One of the biggest problems today is that millions of people are staying in relationships that have a 0% chance of succeeding. They feel stuck, they feel drained, and they feel like they're failing at love. But the truth is, they aren't failing, they just didn't check the ingredients before they started cooking. We tend to treat new relationships like a trial subscription we forgot to cancel. We see the red flags, but we tell ourselves they're just quirks. We see the warning signs, but we call them character. Imagine you're building a house. If the foundation is made of sand, it doesn't matter how beautiful the curtains are or what color you paint the walls. Eventually, that house is coming down. In this video, I'm going to give you a structural inspection for your relationship. We're going to cover 9 specific warning signs that you should never, ever ignore. I'm also going to talk about the healer trap, why so many of us try to fix people who don't want to be fixed. And I'll provide a summary guide at the end so you can audit your own relationship right now. If you've ever wondered why your relationships start great but end in a mess, this is for you. Let's jump in. The consistency rule. Before we get into the list, we have to talk about the most important ingredient in any relationship. Consistency. If someone is into you, you will know. If they aren't, you'll be confused. Confusion is a message. Now, sometimes that confusion comes from us. Maybe we have an anxious attachment style. We're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. We need constant reassurance because we don't feel worthy unless someone is actively choosing us every 5 seconds. If that's you, it's important to pause and heal that part of yourself so you don't chase people away. But it's also true that some people are love bombers. In the beginning, they treat you like you're the center of the universe. They're planning trips, they're texting you all day, they're telling you they've never felt this way before. And then they go cold. No explanation, no reason. This hot and cold behavior is a massive red flag. You'll never lose the right person by taking things slow. But you can 100% save yourself from the wrong person by refusing to rush. Set boundaries early, see your friends, keep your hobbies. If a new partner shames you for having a life outside of them, or tries to guilt trip you into moving faster than you're comfortable with, pay attention. That's not love. That's a need for control. The 9 warning signs, rapid fire. Let's go through these quickly. 1. The crazy ex narrative. Listen to how they talk about their past. If every single person they've dated is crazy, a liar, or toxic, there is one common denominator in all those stories. It's them. Healthy people can acknowledge their part in a breakup. If they are always the victim, eventually you'll be the crazy one in their next story. 2. The server test. How do they treat people who can do absolutely nothing for them? How do they speak to the waiter, the Uber driver, or the person cleaning the office? If they are sweet to you but dismissive or rude to others, they aren't a nice person. They're just wearing a mask for you. Eventually that mask will slip, and they'll treat you exactly how they treat the waiter. 3. Small, pointless lies. If you catch them lying about things that don't even matter, what they had for lunch, who they were talking to, or what time they woke up, be very careful. If they can't be honest about the small stuff, they will never be honest about the big stuff. Trust is built in the tiny details. 4. The achievement. Chill. When you have a win, are they your biggest cheerleader? Or do they get quiet? Do they find a way to make your accomplishment about them? Oh, that's great, but remember when I did that thing last year? A relationship shouldn't be a competition. If they can't celebrate you, they are threatened by you. 5. Jealousy disguised as protectiveness. If they don't want you hanging out with friends of the opposite sex, or if they're constantly checking your location, that's not love. That's insecurity. You cannot build a home on a foundation of suspicion. You deserve someone who trusts you until you give them a reason not to. 6. Extreme phone secrecy. I'm all for privacy, but if they jump every time their phone buzzes, or if they take it into the bathroom just to brush their teeth, something is off. In a healthy relationship, a phone is just a tool, not a vault of secrets. 7. No life outside of you. This sounds romantic in movies, but in real life, it's a nightmare. If they don't have hobbies, dreams, or friends of their own, you become their only source of entertainment and validation. That is a heavy, suffocating burden to carry. 8. The unasked-for life coach. Do they constantly give you constructive criticism about your weight, your clothes, or your career? They might frame it as, I just want you to be your best self, but it's actually a way to make you feel insecure so they can control you. Real partners accept you as you are while encouraging your growth. 9. Contempt during conflict. Fights happen. But if they call you names, mock you, or use your insecurities as weapons during an argument, that is a non-negotiable. Contempt is the #1 predictor of divorce. If they can't fight fair, they can't love fair. The healer trap. Why do we stay when we see these signs? Because many of us are healers. We see someone's trauma and we think, if I just love them enough, they'll change. We become the fixer, the saver, the therapist. But here's the hard truth. You cannot heal someone with your love. You can only support someone who is already doing the work themselves. If you're the only one bleeding in the relationship, you're not a healer. You're a victim. We often put our own needs on the back burner because it feels easier than being alone. But you will never feel more alone than when you're in a room with someone who makes you feel like you have to walk on eggshells. Self-abandonment doesn't lead to peace. It leads to bitterness. You are allowed to have standards. You are allowed to say, this doesn't work for me. Here's the big takeaway. Conflict is simply an opportunity to understand each other better. It should lead to a deeper connection, but only if both people are willing to be vulnerable and take accountability. If your partner's response to your feelings is, you're too sensitive, they aren't just ignoring your feelings. They're telling you they aren't a safe place for them. Don't ignore the red flags just because you like the color of the person. You deserve a relationship that feels like a partnership, not a project. One more thing. I've put together a summary of the key ideas we covered today, so you can take a screenshot or write them down. 1. The crazy ex. If everyone else was the problem, they are the problem. 2. The server test. Watch how they treat people below them. 3. Small lies. Honesty is a habit, not a switch. 4. Competitive vibes. A partner should be a cheerleader, not a rival. 5. Jealousy. Control is not a form of affection. 6. The life coach. If they don't accept you now, they never will. 7. The healer. Trap, you are a partner, not a therapist. 8. Fair fighting, no name-calling or contempt, ever. 9. Gut check. If it feels like sand, don't build a house on it. You learned a lot of stuff. Now stop and pause for the ultimate cheat sheet. All problems and solutions on your screen. You have 5 seconds to hit pause and take a screenshot. Now, this is your roadmap to success, so save it, do it, and thank me later. If this video resonated, hit like and share it with a friend who needs this advice. To keep growing and catch our next video, subscribe and join the family. We keep the advice practical and the delivery light. I release videos every week designed to give you the tools that 90% don't have. Join our community of people who are tired of just getting by and are ready to get ahead. Don't lose momentum. Apply these ideas now. To go deeper and unlock more secrets, keep binge watching. It's the quickest way to master these skills. Here's one last bonus wisdom before you start. Be kind to your past self. Forgive yesterday's mistakes. You didn't know what you know now. Embrace this growth to change your tomorrow. It's the ultimate cheat code for self-confidence. Remember, your potential is non-negotiable. I'll see you in the next video.